Hi, I'm Jeff, 3D Puzzle Builder. Today what we're going to go over is the ROKR Chocolate Factory Marble Run LGA02. This has 420 pieces and is level 4 out of 5. What we're going to do first is talk about some of the things that are required when you're putting together one of these puzzles. One is you have to have patience. These puzzles are not hard to put together. Following the instructions is pretty self-explanatory, although there's not a lot of words to them. You do have to have some knowledge of mechanics, how things fit together, and how they go together and how they work together. So let's get this one unboxed here. And pull her open. All right, first thing that we will come across is the package of all of the wooden parts. They're cellophane packaged together. So go ahead and open this up. There are also usually other pieces that go along with them. Gears, shafts, stops, things like that. Now you do have to be careful when putting these together because they are made of plywood. Some of these pieces are very thin. They've been precision cut, so it is relatively easy if you're looking at one. You'll notice this is plate A, has all of the A parts put together on it. The next one is the B plate. All of the B plate parts are put together. The next one is the C plate. The next one is the F plate. The next one is the G plate. The next one is the H plate. The next one is the I plate. Next one, and this one's a little bit thicker, is the D plate. And along with the D plate comes the E plate.
Someone's at the front door doorbell.
Along with those is the G plate. You will also find separate parts in the box. The instruction pamphlet comes next. And verifying all the parts are here, we have a little piece of sandpaper for smoothing edges and nibs. Package LGA02, which has shafts, a tool, some springs, and crank handles. Next, LGA2 package 2F15-32 has got some smaller parts. These are fabricated parts. Next is a bell. Package P17 is a package of small screws, a small emery board that goes along with the sandpaper. In this puzzle, there are 2 sticks of wax that are used on parts that mesh together, and then a small package of shaft stops. We also have a molded plastic dome. 2 of 23 are our marbles. And then we have some electronics, the lights and switch and battery compartment. And then some appliques. Now, in going through this, it is real important that you verify all the parts are present. We're not going to go through that today. It's just a matter of opening up the instruction book. There is a list of all of the parts in the instruction book, and I highly recommend that you go through the list, just verify all of the parts are here. Now, something you will notice when you start putting these together is there are spare parts, and sometimes that gets a little bit confusing when you're getting ready to wrap up your project and make it work or put it on the shelf, where you end up with several sheets with parts on them, and you tend to wonder, did I miss something, or were there spare parts? Well, rest assured, if you follow the instructions carefully, step by step, don't get ahead of yourself, but follow the instructions step by step, there's just going to be spare parts. There won't be anything that you left out. Now, something else I'm going to tell you, along with the patience, is when you're pushing these parts out of the pre-cut panels, it is very easy sometimes to break parts. What I recommend is if you break a part that does not have a spare along with it, take that part and very carefully glue it back together, set it aside, put your project away, come back the next day, and then reutilize that part. But the instruction book is what I was getting at. If you'll notice on this, it lists all of the parts required for this particular project, the chocolate factory. Starting on the next page, and we're just going to go through the English portion. These are printed in multiple languages. This starts with step 1. Now, the pictures are your key here. So as you look at the pictures, push your pieces out of the plates as they come across in the pictures. In other words, this first one says tool assembly. There are some tools that are required for this particular project. It's very easy. Just go to, in this case, I don't know if you can see that or not, it says plate C, and it is part 3. And also plate C, part 11. C3, there are 2 parts, so you'll push 2 of those out and 1 C11. And then go on to the next one. There are actually 2 of those that are put together. They are somewhat different. Then the 2 of those go together with these parts, which are C13. So those 2 parts get put into part C13. All right. That's all we're going to cover for this particular video today. When we come back in on the next video, we're going to start with the assembling the tool, then going into starting to assemble the different parts of the project. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Please come back, like the channel, like the video, come back and look for the next video, which will be the ROKR Chocolate Factory LGA02 assembly video 1. Thank you very much.